What's going on, folks? I was messing around today. It's getting kind of dark out. And I was checking out some of this Twitter rhetoric. And I saw something really interesting. And it made me want to have a conversation. Now, this conversation is not necessarily religious. It's based a little bit on that. It's based a little bit on science. And I had to entertain this because I just wanted to discuss it. Really interesting. But there was something posed, right? And it was talking about, I guess some physics professor had put this out or something somewhere. And the question was, what happens when an irresistible force meets an immovable object, right? And that was the question. And it broke down to something like this. If God is all powerful, can he make a stone too heavy to lift? That's really good. That's a really good question. If God is all powerful, can he make a stone too heavy to lift? So let's talk about this. And like I said, this is not grounded in religion or anything, but I just had to, you physics guys, you smart, you brainiacs out there. You're really, I was looking for the word to describe, a person who's so intelligent that they're stupid. And I couldn't find a word anywhere because, I'm not that bright, right? So I was looking for this word. And there's, there's probably not a word that exists, but I came up with something on my own, right? Just pondering this. I call you guys brilliant fools. That's what I call you. Because you're asking a question. If God is all powerful, can he make a stone too heavy to lift? Only a fool would ask that question. I had another smart guy some years back, right? I was talking to someone about God for a minute. We were talking about something, and he got into the conversation because he heard something and he wanted to challenge on some science level of God or whatever, right? And so he was saying, he was asking who is God, and he was just going into all this stuff. And I said a simple answer. God is the being who knows what nothingness looks like. And so he was quick to respond, and then he shut up for a minute and thought about it. Because I said, what is nothing, right? Nothing is not darkness. If you close your eyes, that's something. That's darkness. So the being who knows what nothing looks like, right? That's God. So in other words, you can't even do it, can you? I want you to close your eyes in that darkness, because that darkness is something. Because if I cut the light on, that's something too. That's light. So, the duality of this universe, light and dark, those are somethings, right? Those are things that are tangible, right? And to some degree, some measure. So show me nothingness, right? Try to close your eyes and as hard as you can imagine nothing. You can't do it, can you? Because you are something, right? And I want you guys to understand that no matter how high the energy is, it came from something. So that something that was before nothing, that is something. You get it? See? You smart fools, you brilliant fools. You're so brilliant. With your little math equations and shit and, EMCs and all this stuff. Because you think you know everything, but you're fucking fools. So your question was, because you're going to try to answer this with some type of scientific bullshit, right? If God is all powerful, you're asking that question, the being who knows what nothing looks like. If God is all powerful, right, can he make a stone too heavy to lift? And that is really, man, you brainiacs. Some of you guys are too smart for your bridges. You're just so smart, you're fucking stupid. You're like borderline, you fill in the blank. With all this intelligence and all this schooling and shit and, and I've been to school and I'm this and that, and you're just a fucking fool. Right? You're really stupid. I'm not even talking about faith, I'm talking about know here, right? So imagine the being, right? Imagine standing in a being's hands, right? You're standing in his hands and you're asking if he can move a rock. If he can make the world that you live on, right? If the world that you're living on, because see, this stuff is not by chance, but you're stupid. If he can make the world that you live on, that houses that rock, why couldn't he just get rid of the world, move the stars, all these things, right? See, you people try to prove things on paper, and that's your problem. It's not about faith. We're not talking about church, folks. We're not talking about religion and what you believe and all this stuff. You're stupid. You're jackasses. Right? The Big Bang Theory. We can explore that. Since you guys like this science, this technical science shit, let's talk about the Big Bang for a minute. You know, there was nothing, right? That nothing that I'm talking about, that nothingness. And then all of a sudden, some say, bam. What created the bam? What created the boom? Right? I don't want to hear the bullshit. Don't give me some, hypothetical, whatever you want to call it. Don't give me some statement that's just not giving me anything. You guys just don't know shit. I mean, I really know this. I know, I'm not even going to go into how I know, but you guys are really fucking stupid. Right? You don't even have, how about this? There are ancient things on this earth that cannot be explained to this present day. These are people who no doubt lived here, right? Because they have a written history, recorded history that you can find, right? In archaeological digs and shit, you have things that you can't understand how they made it. Your smart, brilliant minds to this very second cannot understand how they calculated the formula. Who gave them the formula? See? Your formulas don't work, right? So if you're trying to ponder questions, right? If your questions are that deep where you can't answer them, or you don't have the sense to know the answer to the question, then you're stupid. Right? The beings, and I was going to stop saying right, but for this, I just got to let it go. The beings, these humans, these pre-humans who didn't have access to the technology, the little bullshit technology that you have right now, they had primitive things that work better than the technologies you have right now. They could build structures that you to this day cannot match. Right? They had scientific formulas that were given to them, and you guys are just too stupid to see that. They wrote it down. They told you who gave it to them. They're not trying to prove anything to you fucking fools. But I get it. You got to sing for your supper. I get it. So you're gonna say whatever, You're gonna try to speak out that narrative, and I get that too. You're still a fool for that, but I get that. So all of you people who go to school, and there's nothing wrong necessarily with that, because I went to school myself, but and you live in this world and everything, but I just want you to understand, sometimes your intelligence, you're so smart, you're fucking idiots, right? You're just jackasses. And you think you know things and you don't know shit. You really don't know shit. Right? And these little primitive, little trivial things that, little strides you make in history and life, and you think they're great, and you beat on your chest and you tout yourselves about, your accomplishments and shit. You haven't done shit. You haven't even done what ancient people do. I'm talking about people that go way back. Right? The Gabon mines. There are things around this earth that you guys can't even do and replicate to this day. You guys make radioactive mines and you fuck them up, and then you kill people, and cities have to be quarantined and shit because you're just stupid. Right? You don't have that physical mind that you think you have. Physics don't mean shit. So you cannot prove that on paper. Now, for all of you geniuses out there, because I'm not going to stay on this too long, I just had to get into this. This is about behavior to some degree, because it's arrogance. It's a bunch of other flavorful bullshit thrown in here about how the human condition is and the mind works. You people are jackass fools, right? What I want you guys to do, and you haven't done it yet, because you'll tell me some bullshit. Someone will come on and leave a comment or say some stupid shit that they learned. Some man gave them some information, and this works. But you guys cannot, to this very second, show me the person, right, that can tell me what nothing looks like. Because darkness is not nothing. If you don't see something, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing there, because you have atoms and stuff, and those are something. Show me what nothing looks like before the atoms, right? You show me that, and you're cooking with gas. Then I'll listen to something you have to say. But otherwise, sit in your classrooms, sing for your supper, get your little bullshit paychecks, and beat on your chest, and live out here in the world with all this bullshit. Sell your souls, whatever you're doing, right? Do all that dumb shit. But I just thought that was so interesting how someone literally had the time to sit there and ponder that question in rhetoric, like as if it's really deep or something. And then you have some bullshit scientist say, well, that depends on, if you're talking about God, well, you have to define God in physics or something. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, man. Shut the hell up. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I really could get deep into this. I'm not. But I'm just gonna tell you guys, right? I love bad behavior. But what I love even more is a brilliant man, a brilliant fool. Right? You're so fucking intelligent. You're so smart. You're goddamn imbeciles. Really. Now, you guys can comment below, because I know many of you out here, some of you faithful people, you may have something to say, and I don't really want to hear what you have to say, because you're stupid too. Right? You just don't know what you're talking about as well, because someone taught you something. And the other guys, the science guys, you're stupid too. Right? The person, maybe I could talk to one of these ancient people, because they have a formula that you guys cannot match up to this in this present day. That still works. That some of you are still borrowing from. Some of these maps and things that were charted out. These are things that you can't even do right now with your technology. Right? You can't go, you even go further out in the solar system and stuff. You guys can't do shit. So I'm not going to comment any further. I don't have too much to say on this. I really had to entertain this, because I'm just tired of these fools of the world. Like the videos and share them. But if you don't, who cares, right? We'll be talking soon. Take care.